This lesson is about ordering fractions, in other words, determining the order of size, which is larger, which is smaller, and we're going to use the less than and the greater than signs that we've used in a previous lesson. There is a technique that is very formal, and they talk about this in the book, but I am also going to show you a shortcut. All right. If the two fractions that you're trying to decide is the first one greater than the second or is the first one less than the second, if the two denominators are the same, then it's relatively easy. All you do is do the comparison with the numerators. So since 4 is bigger than 3, 4/5 is bigger than 3/5, so I'll use a greater than symbol. But quite often, the fractions involved do not have a common denominator. And here is an example out of your book. Suppose you're asked to compare 2/5 to 3/4. You're going to say 2/5 is less than 3/4 or 2/5 is greater than 3/4. So the first thing you would do is look at the denominators and determine that the least common denominator is 20. Well, what do you have to multiply 5 by to get 20? The answer is 4. So multiply the top by 4 and you get 8/20. So 4/5 is the same as 8, my hand rests on that if I'm not careful. So 2/5 is the same as 8/20. 3/4, common denominator of 20, you have to multiply 4 by 5 to get 20, so multiply the top by 5 to get 15. So 15/20. Rewrite the two fractions with the common denominator and then do the comparison with their tops. 8 is less than 15. So since that's the symbol you would put between the fractions with the common denominator, it is also what you put between the fractions in their original form. Now I want to show you a shortcut. This is the same problem. Suppose I have 2/5 and I want to compare it to 3/4. You can look at cross products. Multiply 5 times 3 and get 15. Now, if you're going to use this shortcut, it is important that you go from bottom to top and write the product on that side. Then you have 4 times 2, which is 8, and write it on that side. You do notice that you're getting those numerators. The symbol between those would be less than, so that's the symbol between the fractions. You won't always get the numerators, but you will get values that indicate which is less and which is greater. So I'm going to primarily use the shortcut, which involves cross products. Bottom, top, write it. Bottom, top, write it. All right, let's practice that a little bit. All right, the first one, you have a common denominator, so you don't have to do anything special. You can, simply say 3 is less than 5. So 3/8 is less than 5/8, and you're going to use the less than symbol. It should be in your toolbar, the tool palette on the left side of your work. Now this one, these are different denominators. You can take the time to get them both with the common denominator of 10, or you can use the shortcut, and I'm going to use the shortcut. There's nothing wrong with this shortcut. You're going to go bottom times top gives you 8. Bottom times top gives you 5. The symbol that you would put between 5 and 8 is a less than symbol. 5 is less than 8. So that's the symbol that goes in this problem as well. All right, let's look at number 3. Once again, you could take time to get the common denominator of 45 and find the new tops, or you can use the shortcut. 4/5 compared to 5/9. Bottom, top, multiply for 25. bottom to top, multiply for 36. The symbol you would put between 36 and 25 is a greater than symbol. So that's the symbol that goes between the fractions as well. Let's compare 1/2 and 2/15. Multiply 2 times 2 for 4. Multiply 15 times 1 for 15. The symbol that would go between 15 and 4 is a greater than symbol, so that's the correct symbol. Next, I have 6/20 compared to 1/5. You can rewrite 1/5 with a denominator of 20 or use the cross products. 1 times 20 is 20. 5 times 6 is 30. The symbol that would go between 30 and 20 is a greater than symbol. So that's the correct one. It's very important that you put these products on the side that I'm showing you. Bottom, top, write it over here. Bottom, top, write it over here. Next one, 4/45 compared to 4/15. Doesn't matter which one you do first, but it does matter where you write it. So I have 15 times 4. It's going to give me 60. I have to write it over here. Then I have 45 times 4. That's definitely going to be bigger than 60, but 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. That's 16, 18. So 180. 60 is what 180? It is less than. Finally, I have 6/8. I have 8/6 and 15/10. 8/6, 15/10. Let's look at this cross product. I have 15 times 6. That's 30. Carry the 3. That's 90. So put your answer up here. Look at this cross product. 10 times 8 is 80. Put that cross product there. 80 is less than 90. So it will be the less than symbol. When you finish, make sure that it is pointing toward the small number, opening big toward the big number. Okay, I hope that helps figuring out which inequality symbol to use.